Welcome back to SHAPEZ 2, the best automation factory game on Steam. 98% positive review, definitely a great one. If you haven't seen any of the previous episodes, don't hesitate to check in the video description below because I explain it all from start to finish, in particular how we created a lot of very powerful blueprints so that now it becomes a lot easier to make any shapes that we need, because every time we need to make different shapes. We have also unlocked fluids and painting in the last episode, and I think today we're gonna want to upgrade and get to trains. Now to do this we need to do a couple more of these milestones of tier 4, but if you have followed my previous episode, you know that I also like to do all of the tasks. And look at this, we are finished with stack, cut and cut, we are finished with painting basics, and we've progressed also in emerald and red fly. So let me show you quickly these ones, how do I build them, and then we can start moving forward. So if we talk over here about this one, that's an easy one. All right, we were already making 1/4, then we merge them, we have half, then we're gonna rotate one and merge it with the same one so that this one is at the bottom, this one that comes over here is at the top, right? And so basically you're making a full one. So that one, that was pretty easy. And now we're gonna need to paint it in green. So I've started to bring some paint over here, and we just need, to bring it there. And then the exit comes over here. So we're gonna have, the thing come from the bottom over here. We're gonna have the paint come from this side and then out and away. Now talking about this one here, this is what we're using to make this one over here, right? So if we look there, we have all of these, then they're being painted, right? And once they're painting, they go all the way over here. We rotate one, right? We merge together, so we're making this one here. Then we're gonna rotate it one time so that it is, aligned on the other side, and then we're gonna merge it with this new one here, which I created out of here. So it is, you can see we have those circles, we cut them. So let's look over here, for example, right? We cut this half and then this one is thrown in the bin. So this half comes over here, then we're gonna cut it again. Some of it's gonna go in the bin, and that's all the way over here. So it goes together, right? And now it is finished. Now we're gonna need to keep this, what we've built, and just put a square at the bottom. So that shouldn't be too hard. We could take one here, for example. That would work actually. Let's do that. So we're going to have normal minor. Actually, no, we don't really have the space. Let's just make it manually for once. So we're gonna have the minor here. Extension one. Oh, we can only put one unless, well, let me see if there's not another. Oh, there's a square over here. Okay, let's use that one, that's easier. So we can use our blueprint over here up. So we're just gonna take one of them like that, and we need to go somewhere over here. Let's take this out, bring this one down. Okay, and then we just need to stack in the right way. So the square needs to be at the bottom. So let's go stacking platform 4. So as we said, we need to press F so that, the bottom is on the right side. There it is. Okay. I think I made a mistake. Why this is fluid? What is happening? So up here, and then you're gonna go back there. Okay, so that should start. We do have the same issue here, that somehow some of them are stopped. I'll check it in a second. First, let's look at the other two. So the other two, we have the blue. Now the blue is going over here. Where is it? Over here. All right. So this one I showed you already in the last episode, but basically we have this blue here, and it is cut multiple times, and it arrives there, right? And then one is rotated so that when we stack, we can create one on each side. Right? We have the top part and the bottom part. So that was the last one, right? And so what we can do is actually delete all of this. No, I don't think we need it at all. So yeah, let's delete all of that. It's gonna give us back some. Oh, I made a mistake here. Sorry. Up. So we want to delete this. Yeah, all of these we can delete. That way, again, we get back some platform units, and we also make it simpler to organize everything. This one was the other one, by the way, where we used to create here this square, both green and red, and then we just needed to add this circle here on top, and that was an easy one. So again, we can delete that one, no problem. So here it is, both of these are starting to move forward now. Perfect. So with this, we can start focusing on the other two, right? The other two are interesting. And in particular, what's important for those milestones is usually they build on each other. So it's key to see, how you're going to use it. So in this case, we know that we've built that one. Now we need half of it that should stay paint and half not paint. Okay. And then here, this is similar to that one, but like the star or whatever it's called. I don't know what that's called, but let's call it the star. We need to do a star that is gray, and then we need to paint it blue, and then we're just gonna put it on top of each other. Okay. So let me check over here. We do have one of these star here. We have also two. Oh, we have two there. That's better. So let's maybe focus on that one. They're gray also, so that's the color we need. And then for the green shapes, I was starting to bring them from here, right? And we were painting everything, but I guess instead the goal is going to be, let's paint half of it and let's not paint half of it, and then let's get them together. What we may want to do though is probably to cut it before painting, right? Or at least paint only half of it, cut it in half, then paint half, and maybe do a switch. We haven't really done a lot of switches. Maybe we're going to do a switch there first. But yeah, let me start with this one at the bottom, because this is the first level, and I'll see you in a sec. Crazy how fast it went. I barely had time to set up this new production over here to do the second milestone, that the 2 pin task are already done. Now it is worth noting though that this is not the final. The final for emerald is to have a square at the bottom, okay? And the final for the red fly is to make the square we already put in green. Okay, so we already put this square here. We just need to make it green. So that shouldn't be too hard actually. We're just gonna put a painter over here. Let's go. We put a painter and we put some fluid. It may not work at 100% efficiency. I haven't done the math to be honest. But we really don't need that much at the speed at which we're making all of this. So we're gonna paint it green before we do the same stacking. Let's give it a second so we see them come out green, and then we can follow them. And it is the second milestone is starting now. I'm just not sure what is happening here, why they're not moving. So let me do one thing, which is we're gonna take... Wait, no, they're gonna start removing now. Okay, sorry, that was just my bad. It's just basically it's gonna take a while, so I'm gonna press I to empty those one here. You can press O also to empty the whole thing. Same over here. Press O to empty it all. And it is the first greens are coming in, loving it. And then for this one, we're already making the green strange thing on top. We just need a basic square. So I'm just gonna make it easy over here, temporary. Let's go. I'm gonna put it over here, extension to have a full production up. Oh, I forgot about minor. Fine, I have it. My blueprint. Where is it? Where is it? The small blueprint minor template. It is. Okay, so we're making basic stuff, and we're just gonna need to now stack it together. So let's go to stacker for 4. We know, so the one that needs to be at the bottom is the gray, so we need to press F to mirror it. Okay, good. And then we just connect it there and connect it back. That should work, no problem. Let's give it a second for these ones to arrive. They're coming in. Let's see the first one come out. And by the way, this task has started, so we know it's working. I just need to give it a bit of time. This one is progressing very nicely. We're already halfway through it. And look at this, this is the right shape. So we're gonna finish this task too. So let's start on the last one. So it is, we're starting to bring some, and we've also finished one of the 2, not the other. I'm not too sure why. I'm gonna check it in a second, but let me first show you how we did that one. So we are still bringing some green, right? We still have over here the squares. Now what we're doing is we have 4 squares over here, 4 there. I'm bringing these 4 on the left, on the top. This way we have 8. At this point we have 8. So we take all 8 and we're gonna split them or cut them if you wish, right? So we're cutting 8 on this side and then 4 here, 4 there. So then we're gonna bring those 4 on the other side, bring 1 to the top. So we have again 8 and 8, right? It's 8 on each side, but instead of a full square, now it's half of a square. We're gonna paint one of these, right? So this one has been painted green. Then we're gonna rotate it actually twice. No, sorry. Not rotate it twice, rotate it once, so we can cut it again. So it is, we're cutting it again. So what's happening is that, you know, we have only one square, one square, one square. Here it is 8 lines and then 4 and 4. So again, we're gonna bring the 4 and 4 together, bring 1 to the top, so it is 8 and 8. We have 8 and 8. Now these 2 have been painted, but it is 1 square. And same on this side, right? We're cutting it again so that we have 1 square. Then we do the same over here, 1 square. And then half of it we're gonna bring on this side, half of it on that side, all right? So that we can then bring them together. So if you look over here, right, we have brought 1 green and 1 gray together. And same on that side, right, we're bringing 1 green and 1 gray together. We did have to rotate one. You can look at this one. This one has been rotated so that it is really aligned with what we need over here. So it took me, you know, 1 or 2 tries, trial and error. Oh, and this one has restarted. Interesting. So it took me a bit of trial and error just to rotate it the right way. But as you can see, this is exactly what we need over here. This is at the bottom with the gray on the left and the green on the right. And then for this one here, this is the opposite, where we have, you know, the green on the top left and the gray on the top right. And so then we just need to merge them together, right? And make exactly the right thing. Look at this, beautiful. So it is now coming all the way to that, to be delivered over here. We have finished that one that I showed you before. This one is coming now. So we can now move to, and we've also finished milestone 1 of the star in gray. Now we need to paint it in blue. So where is my star? My star is over here, right? And I need some blue. We have some blue over there. So let's use that. We don't really need that anymore. Need to show exactly what it was coming from. But yeah, let's get the fluid miner. Oops, wrong side, sorry. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, you know, you need to put the pumps, of course. The pipe, the pump. Here, there, there, there. We connect it together, right? This is gonna go to number 4. It's gonna go to number 3, number 2, and number 1. Oops. Please press C. Okay. And then we just need a pipe to bring this all together. Up. So we're bringing tons of blue. And we need to bring it over here. Okay, that is fine. We'll go under. Perfect. We'll just take this one out. Get my painter. Okay, I know it's an 8x. Are we bringing 8? No, we're only bringing 4, but that's fine. It's not gonna be a problem. Let's bring the right pipe here. Okay, so yeah, we should have, it's gonna take a second for the blue to arrive, but we're gonna have the blue. It is at the bottom, but these guys hopefully are at the bottom too. Yeah, they're at the bottom. That's fine, that's gonna paint it. and then it's gonna continue all the way here and go there. Perfect. So yeah, that's gonna start this one. Both of these, look at this, they're moving pretty regularly and fast, so I'm not worried. While we are waiting, we have made a lot of research points thanks to all of these tasks, right? I mean, look at this, this is 12, this was also 12, right? So that's how we made a lot of points. So let's see, what should we do? We could do an upgrade of the belt to the next level, but we can't do them all at the same time, so I'm definitely not gonna do that. We could potentially get the vortex to 10 or even to 12. I think that's actually a good idea. Let's do that. That way I know I can use all vortex. So let me also make that clean. We could also get a bit more paint, but we're not gonna do this because I think now we are at equilibrium. We should only get to the next level of paint when we get these ones also to the next level. A 180 rotator probably would be good for me to get that at some point, but it's also not so needed because basically I can just put two 90s next to each other, right? The third floor, that could be really useful at some point. Bigger foundations too, definitely interesting, but let's not use more. Let's actually start here. So the idea is now we're gonna have 12, which is exactly, you know, all of these, right? So let's, I mean, this one is fine actually. Let me start with here. We're gonna go here, there. So now this final platform, you know, is basically going to be just built. But the really good thing is now we'll be able to connect all three on each side, right? And without having anything clean. So I like it. I like it. And it is, the blue has started, perfect. The first one at the top, you can see it's almost finished. So yeah, good progress over here. We're almost on our way to get the trains. Okay, done. And so now the final one is just gonna be to stack those two together, right? So it's really not that hard, but I just need this one to finish first. Okay, good. Okay, so it is, we are done with this milestone here. So we just need to put them on top of each other. And what's easy is that they're also very close to each other over here. All right, so let's go. We do want this one to be at the bottom. So, and this is an 8 and this is a 4. Okay, so it's not gonna be perfect, but let's still build it. So stacker, we're gonna go with an 8, and we said this one needs to be at the bottom. Okay, well, this one can be here, and then we just need to bring it home. Let's check it out. Oh no, so while we're waiting, let me show you that we also finished the final level for Emerald. That was the final task, right? Bonus task of this level, so that's great. Okay, let's look at it. That's looking good to me. We do need 14,000, so it's gonna take a second. While this is happening, let's remember that, you know, if you do give this, you can increase your operator level, right? So let's try to have both the old one, which was this one over here, and that one as efficient as possible, so that we know these guys are going to continue, you know, producing. And by as efficient as possible, I also mean we probably want to get them, you know, next to each other, maybe those two lines here or those two lines here. And I also need to finish this side, which actually I can do pretty easily by just copying this whole thing. Copy and paste. No, yeah, perfect. Good, so it is. With this, we can now connect all 12 of the entrances, right? And again, this one is working, but it's not working at full speed, right? It's basically working at what, only 75% or so of 4 belts, right? We could get it to a lot higher, or we can try. I'm gonna try. It is, you can see we're making 8 of the first milestone, right, per minute. It doesn't seem to be always exactly 8. Don't ask me why, because I feel like I'm making 8. Why is this not exactly 8? Like we have 4 here, 4 there, they're all coming together. So we do have 8 on this side, perfect. And then we have all of the painters there. Is there a problem of not enough paint? Oh, maybe that's the point. Look, my paint is not very high. I feel like maybe we need more paint. Okay, that can be arranged. That's actually the probably easiest thing to solve. We're gonna go crazy and double it. right? So we need to put the pump first. So do that quickly. And instead of being at level 0, we're gonna go at level 1. Okay, so let's give it a second for the paint to arrive. We have the first one that are arriving at the top. And hopefully that should make it that it fully gets full. If not, that probably means this is not exactly 4. You can also check. No, this is 100% efficiency. So it should really get us now, but now we are starting to have problem maybe on this side. Now the blue is the same, maybe we're missing also a bit of blue. But at least this one seems better now. Look, this is completely full. Okay, so let me do the same with the blue. So by the way, sorry, let me take a step back. Is the way I decided to do it is that here we had a mostly red one, but most importantly, you know, the reason I choose that one is it's very close and it's next to the red. So we need a circle fully red. Instead of trying to cut it and those type of things, we're just painting it red. I'm doing the same over here, where we're taking this one here, which is a square. We need a square, so that's great. I'm painting it fully blue. And then we just need to stack them, right? Blue and red, blue is at the bottom. And yeah, let's look at this. We're already at level 8 and getting closer to level... Wait, is that not working somehow? Oh, it is, it is. Okay, it's just that we need so many that it takes time. But this is working, no problem. So as I said, now let me just fix the blue quickly. There it is. This is before the more blue arrives. You can see my productivity is not at 100%. It is at 50 something. But now, soon I think we should start getting more paint. It will take a second because it's quite pretty far actually. All right, we need to go all the way from here. But we should get that started. And then at that point, we should get to 100%. It is, I can see we're starting to get more reserves, even if it's not huge. There's definitely, sometimes it feels like it's a bit low, but it says 100%. And if we look over here, this does sound like 8, no problem. So let's check it again. It may take a second for it to arrive there and also to arrive here. But yeah, hopefully, I can also check, with those guys here, are they working 100% or not? It feels like it's pretty close. Yeah, I see 100%. And here, it's not exactly a line. I'd love to have somewhere something that can tell me, okay, how much is actually coming from here. We can see it though over here, right? This is if this is full, then we know it's full. Like now it's starting to get full. I think it wasn't before, but look at this now. It seems to be pretty full perfectly. Okay, so we're talking about, that's 150, right? Yeah, 150 times 4 at the bottom, that's 600. Times 4 at the top, that's 602, right? So 1,200 per minute. That is crazy, 1,200 per minute for that one. That will get us, right, this operator level up pretty fast. So I'm happy there. We can do the same also after for this one, because right now it's clearly not, at 100%. As you can see, it's probably going to be slightly harder. Particularly this shape was not the easiest to do. But we can probably do that. First of all, there's another one here, for example, another one there. We just need to find some of these shapes, right? And then we just need to paint them for it to work perfectly. Yeah, here no, this is not the same, sorry. There's two oh, by the way, this was almost one of the tasks, right? That's interesting. But yeah, you want to get these well, so that then we can do more and more in the future of points and things like this. And as I said, I've also put them next to each other so that we leave a lot of space for the other ones in the future. So yeah, it is, ladies and gents, that is milestone 4 or milestone 5, I never know. It says milestone 5, so we're gonna count it as 5. Milestone 5 will be finished, I just need to give it a bit of time. I'll improve it and we can start the next episode when this is finished and we can unlock the trains. That's gonna be really cool. But if you think this is the end, look at this. There's a lot more. I love color mixing, but that's not the only thing. Look at this. There's so many other ones, and even there, this is not really the end. This is the end. Let's call it the end of the base game, but there's much more. And also look at some of those numbers, 150k. where you can wait, but obviously you don't want to have to wait, right? So you want to also improve the productivity like I've done over here, 1,200 per minute. That's pretty good. And at some point we can also even get to level 5, right? So yeah, thank you for watching, smash like button, and I hope to see you next time.